and welcome back to Winter's Tales. My name is AJ Winters, and tonight we dive back into the Chronicles of Aelwyn. We have our newest players back in the studio tonight: Nicholas Allen,
Hello.
Mickey Gedeon, Dawson, and
Hello.
Brittany Fenwick,
Hi.
along with guest star Ellen K. Graham.
Hello. I didn't realize that was
How
such
are
a
we all
surprise.
feeling, team?
Good. Excited.
Yeah,
I'm
Fantastic.
excited. I'm trying to cause as much chaos as I can before I peace out.
I'm so here for that.
It's the glorious thing of being a guest star because I'm like, I'm not gonna have to deal with the consequences.
Pick up the pieces.
Exactly.
The consequences of my own actions.
I'm not even gonna be here for it. I'm gonna be on a flight as soon as you guys are dealing with the poop. So I feel great.
Tonight's sponsor is our returning dice partners, the Ravensridge Emporium, who have sent a custom dice set for Ellen.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Alright, I'm out. See you guys
No,
later.
let me see.
You have to roll.
Well, her reaction was so much bigger than all of ours.
Oh,
They're
that's so
cool.
beautiful.
This is the first ever Winter's Tales design.
Oh
So
my
pretty.
god!
Roll it now.
17.
It's a 20! Yay! What?
Oh my gosh, this is so
They're magic. Get your own.
Yes, absolutely.
almost dropped it into my
amazing.
drink.
Wow.
They're so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
I thought you would appreciate as well having the first ever Winter's Tales set. This is one of the prototypes. We've been testing out the colors and the range of them. So soon, hopefully, the Winter's Tales dice will also be available on the Winter's Tales store.
Yeah, but I got it first.
So
such
suck it, everyone.
Such a demon
I
right
know,
off the
I'm
bat. I
bringing
love
such
it.
teen boy energy.
I love it.
We're here
So,
for it.
yeah.
Especially with that one.
Yeah, I know.
And with that, should we crack in? Previously, on the Chronicles of Aelwyn, 4 strangers found themselves in the dungeon of an infamous criminal organization known as the Blue Syndicate. Each with their own stories and reasons to be there, even if they didn't think they should be. But when the Ascidian magic suppressant bars that held them all prisoner began to falter, 2 things were clear. 1, that something was going down at the Blue Syndicate headquarters if their advancements were powering down, and 2, that now was potentially the only chance they had to break out. The group hurried out of the cells and past the long-dreaded torture room, only to hear the sounds of screams, a raging fire, and the nightmarish calls of howlers. Smart thinking and fast acting got the 4 of them out of the tunnels and into the main building. As a group, they chose to recover what was taken from them and found some magic items as well as a letter addressed from one of their fathers along the way. Lunella, quiet up until this point, asked them whether they would go with her to retrieve a tome, one that should not fall into the Blue Syndicate's hands. They agreed and proceeded to exit the building, sneak down the streets into the Veiled Tapestry district. Upon retrieving the tome, Nathariel, Juby, and Osgar realized that Lunella was an Ethid herself, who had been raised in a false home by the Blue Syndicate, and that many children had been affected by this organization over the years, just because of their ability to wield the arcane. With fuel to the now fire within, they agreed to join together and take down the Blue Syndicate any way that they could. And with a last fuck it, they strode back out into the chaos currently churning within the lost city of Naboo. So with that, are we ready?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Let's
Yeah.
fuck shit
One
up.
last fuck it.
Fuck it.
Roll that intro. Tonight, we begin our tale in a different part of the lost city of Nauvoo. With a light-footed figure, ducking and weaving through balconies and sliding down tapestries to recoup. Ellen, please describe your character for us as you land in one of the pre-scouted hideouts of the Ventrium.
So, Aoife is a female presenting leaning that drops down, very kind of slight but like dense in terms of muscle, in that she's about 5 foot, but you know, quite taut and quite muscular, and has like a really kind of pinched face, a bit bird-like, with pink eyes that kind of take up a large part of her face. And she's in kind of like greyish leathers. It's almost like she's camouflaged into her skin. And you know, while she's moving quite swiftly, you also hear just a lot of clinking of various weapons that she has stashed on her body, including a longbow. That is.
I feel like, yeah.
Sorry! Just kind of like tucked over her shoulder, almost like holding it like a sling, as she's kind of like scouting around looking.
Aoife, it's not long before you hear the distinctive sound of wings, as not one but 2 of your compatriots land in the cleared out living space that you chose ahead of time.
You might want to be careful about using those out here.
Fuck, this is insanity. You're so dramatic.
Oh, you're right, because running for your life for a long period of time, looking around everywhere, making sure you don't get shot all the time, or literally get traded around like animal. Yes, that's dramatic of me. You're right. You know, I should just let my wings out and I should just fly around the sky like a fucking comet.
The 2 fellow Ventrium strikers, they look at you and they shut up, knowing that you are on point. The female, a slender Leonid like yourself, but in subtle greens and blues like a beetle, and the male, a daemon with deep purple skin and wide iridescent eyes. Armor, the woman, gives you a wink. Yeah, what are you complaining about, Tej? That you don't get to kill enough Azure dogs? Well, yeah, that's the problem. The ones here seem like lackeys, from when it looks like the Blue Syndicate left a few days ago. Makes sense with all the reports of Queensport. If they're correct, then they are covering their tracks.
Well, when the rain comes, they flee from the nest. If the Blue Syndicate's on the run, there's got to be something bigger.
Agreed.
Can we track them down while you were whizzing around like, you know, little flies? Did you not see anything?
Well, like I said, I've been seeing lackeys, but they're not top dogs. They're not anyone of import. I'm just saying that, like, maybe it's not worth it and we should get out before they blame it all on us.
They're going to blame it on us anyway, no?
Well, if anything, the Blue Syndicate are really good at twisting reality to make them look like the good guys. Yes, and bribing government figures.
Well, you know what? I love killing good guys. So I say, why don't we just have some fun, eh?
Okay. This is not how you thought the attack would go, but when you were peering down, you shot an arrow to kill one of the lackeys that they mentioned earlier. And you saw a group of people, prisoners, escaping. You know roughly where they would be now, but you don't know if it would be a risk getting closer to the headquarters to save them, or if they even need saving.
You know what? I'm thinking of something. It's probably a bad idea. Which
Not this
makes
again.
me feel like if it's a bad idea, I
Aoife.
should do it.
Aoife.
Well, I was, you know, doing what I do best. You know,
Yes, we get it. You can shoot from 300 feet.
yes, thank you. It's good to be. Thank you, random person.
I might just need to slit their necks so they don't like.
Some guy comes into the apartment. What's a
Some
really
guy
good shot?
just- yeah, some guy in the alley just like,
That was a really good shot.
oh, thanks.
No, okay. I was doing that, and there were some prisoners escaping. like we were saying, right? You know, no smoke without fire. Why don't we try and infiltrate the nest? And hey, enemy of my enemy is pretty fucking good time.
Yes, but not every captured mortal is a lost Ethid child waiting for you to save them, okay? Some are just ex-Blue Syndicate puppets that finally realized what kind of fucking evil shitholes they are.
Cool. So we give them arrows, we give them swords, we give them daggers. You know, the more of them attacking Blue Syndicate, and more power to us. I don't see what's the issue. You know, while you guys are farting about, I'm going to actually get something done.
And she might like actually,
Because she's got them kind of like folded in.
Mhm.
They're very translucent. So as a result, when they move quite fast, you can't quite see them. It's almost like a bit of a blur around her. But she essentially just, if there's like some sort of dumpster, she's essentially just gonna like, you know, 2 big steps, run up, jump off the dumpster, and then up into the air. Essentially, like, I'm gonna try and find this group of prisoners. Because I don't know, I feel like they're gonna be important. I don't know.
Did you just
Weird.
Mario jump?
I did, yeah.
You fly and you flitter over the hourglass that hangs from the center of the city. This is a giant city built into a chasm. And on the hour, it spins round and you're able to sort of duck under it and use it to flip yourself down into the lower parts of the city. So, we cut across to the 4 of you.
She's pretty cool.
Starting to emerge from the Astral housing, once a home for Lunella, now holds far more nefarious connotations than you would have liked. The brainwashing you and your roommates had been conditioned to accept, the clever use of an arcane program offering placements for gifted youths. All lies to gain something that the Blue Syndicate did not have. Access to the arcane. And now, well, now that you've spent over a decade translating tomes and scrolls from an era long gone, for what you thought was an innocent passion, well, you've placed knowledge into their hands that makes the need for any of this irrelevant. They could bring magic back to Aelwyn, but would it be worth it? As you turn down a darkened passage, you continue skulking through. You hear a sound, first above you, and then emerging behind your group. You're too caught up in your thought to perceive a threat until you are face to face with a pair of large, rouge-colored eyes. Aoife, you pop down behind them. If they are Blue Syndicate members, they're certainly not fighters.
I hide behind
Hey,
Judy.
whoa.
Just saying.
I am not. I am squishy.
For all of you, a female Leonid of pinks, greys, and whites with armor that camouflages to her skin, extending into delicate dragonfly-like wings behind her, 6 of them. She stands before you. Osgar, you recognize this one to be the one who shot the arrow from the Ventrium. But for Aoife, what does she see?
A ragtag group of misfits.
A lovable group of misfits.
Very true. But describe yourselves for
A
me.
brief description is you see a messy, like young 20s Damon man, very fine features, very clean blonde, beautiful hair, nervously hide behind this individual.
A tall, maybe 6 foot tall, skinny, androgynous aphanthome
Yeah.
with bright orange hair, dark mahogany skin, wilted flowers that look like they'd be red, sort of around their neck and their elbows and wrists, like a little bit sleepy and dazed. Not wearing anything, but
Yeah.
you can't see anything anyway because there's genderless aphanthome.
Are you
Amazing.
naked? Is that what you just said? Well, you would have
I mean,
robes
flowers
and stuff.
are a kind
Yeah.
of
Not like
covering.
leaves and stuff.
Well, you don't. It's not.
Naked.
Let's say there's leathers and then there's flowers and vines over
It's
that.
just like leathers.
But yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I love leather.
Ethically sourced leather.
Yes.
Oscar is a Damon who looks like he could be in his 40s, and he's dirty. I feel like that was brought up before. I feel like it
We're all
Is it
dirty.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all
right,
very
yeah.
dirty.
You're trying to keep clean.
I'm probably the cleanest.
It's like you're dirty, but you're blonde. You've just got like
I've
almost
I've done like the
beautiful
whole
blonde
hand
hair.
lip lick
Yeah.
like as much as I can to make myself look nice.
Whereas I just don't care. And you can
Great.
tell.
Yeah.
I have like a lean, like the lean kind of muscle that's from like lots of hard work, not from just like swole. I've got
Functional muscles.
yeah.
Love it.
Got like big black hair with a big old grey streak going through it, and I'm wearing some big old goggles.
Beautiful.
Lunella. She is 5'4", has black hair. Her eyes are like they are green, but they're so green that they're like almost glow in the dark. And her skin should kind of be like a nice pale lilac, but it's got more of like a greyish tinge to it at the moment.
Is she cute?
I mean, of course, she's about 19.
Good to know.
Yeah, she's young looking
And
in comparison.
baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just wearing regular robes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
nothing
She's
too
like
armored.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah.
Okay. You look like my kind of people.
No, get her.
Hey.
Away.
She's the one that shot the
Help.
arrow from above.
Yeah, look.
Oh,
She's
Can I-
are you here to help?
Well, it depends.
We're very grateful for you being. I didn't mean to shoo you. It was
just stop talking.
That's yeah, that's okay. Look, I decided, we're probably similar affiliations. I fucking hate Blue Syndicate.
We hate the Blue Syndicate.
Right, so
You actually hate someone?
They were very mean.
yeah,
They kidnapped children from earlier.
is
Didn't
understated.
realize hate was in your vocabulary.
Yeah, they're like really bad pests.
Yeah, we don't like them.
Great,
No, we don't.
awesome. My question is, what are you doing here? Because obviously, I helped you out, but such interesting individuals, such as yourselves, must have been escaping. I mean, obviously being imprisoned, not great, but, obviously we have similar enemies, and I'm kind of keen to see what you're trying to do. You're trying to take out Blue Syndicate?
They had us prisoner, currently in the process of escaping. So
Yes.
once achieved said escape, maybe we could discuss plans from there. But escaping would be the first priority.
yes.
Yes.
And
What is
I'm
it?
guessing you probably need help.
That would be nice.
I'm not gonna say no.
Okay. I've done more for less. So, should
Less-
we,
Less than nothing.
well, look, my reward is that I get to come in, fuck up Blue Syndicate. If you are valuable in any way to them, then they've lost an asset. But if not, then who knows? Maybe you help me.
So what you're saying is we're not friends?
Look, hey,
No. We're friends. We're friends.
it really doesn't matter. I'm sure
Please
we
help
could,
us.
Yeah, I'm sure we could become friendly. For now, I'm not killing you, which is like really great.
I don't want to be killed.
I don't want
I
to
don't-
kill you either.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't want to kill you. You guys don't want to kill me. So that's great as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It's like the best relationship I ever had.
And that's definitely better than the other way.
Yeah, great. Okay, so what you guys doing now? Kind of like lean against the wall. Like, what was your plan before I came in? I'm curious.
Escape.
To the place.
I would like
Oh,
some
wow.
sunlight.
Oh,
I think our
jeez,
plan was
okay.
fuck shit up. I think
Right.
that was our plan.
How on fire is the city?
Yeah.
Like,
that's-
so,
that's
like
a good
whilst
question.
we're having this
That's a good question.
conversation,
So
I'm
past
astutely
the
aware that the city's like in ruins.
city is huge. The section of the Blue Syndicate is the part that was being
Right.
wrecked.
So a little less ruined.
The whole
where-
city is definitely not destroyed. The fire is back that way. You
Good.
bypassed all of that.
Yeah.
However, if you're caught in this area, you could be associated with what went down, or if any of the Blue Syndicate members see you,
Yep.
you're immediately going to be captured once again. And for yourself, Aoife, if they want to help, you could take them to the Ventrium. You get the
Yeah.
impression that they might know more than they're letting on.
Yeah. Is it worth like doing an insight?
You could do.
I'm not very insightful, but hey.
Which one would you like to insight?
Who is avoiding my gaze?
Probably me, but not in a suspicious way.
I'm probably staring at you because you're like pretty and seem really nice.
Yeah.
I'm probably staring at you just like,
Okay, I'll meet your eyes. And I'm gonna roll an insight.
but I don't know if the goggles are.
Oh,
see-through.
shoot! Okay.
Good.
What's my insight? That is a 21.
Okay.
Yeah, she just kind of like, if you're to the side, she just kind of like almost like squares her shoulders to you and just kind of like leans in. What's your deal?
My deal is I don't like the Blue Syndicate.
And is that all I get from a 21?
From a 21, being that this particular individual, from the things that you regathered from storage, I would assume that you're sort of wearing what you would have been wearing in the workshop
Yes.
prior. So there's sort of like a metalwork / tinkering apron assortment to the robes that he's wearing. And the streak through his hair, there's a few people you've seen who have stark white or grey features to them that have played around with some magic.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
yeah. She's just, kind of like slowly up and down, back to the hair. You fuck with magic. And you're wearing robes. Cool. Okay. Look, I think I know a place we can go. How good are you blending in? Better than this? Or no?
I'm gonna go ahead and say
No.
no.
Okay, alright. Well...
As you say that, I just take more of a step towards like an alley. Being like,
I
maybe that
think
was
like she
dumb.
might like bring you back in as well
Oh,
if you're like
no.
stepping out of the alley. You're like moving away.
We're just out in the
into
open and I
more
go, yeah,
danger.
that was done. That was dumb.
Okay, alright. Okay, I'm hoping that your strengths lie elsewhere. Like I'll unhook my my longbow.
Mhm.
Let's move quick because I feel like we're going for speed rather than stealth. Is anyone else good at kind of fighting? Hands up. I'm pretty good.
I think I want to be.
Right. Great impulse. Follow that. And let's just book it.
I think she's just
I'm
gonna
just
like
gonna walk ahead. I'm just gonna be like, she's very reliable. I feel like I can trust her. She's also a little intimidating.
That's good, right?
Better than here.
Yeah.
I will follow.
We probably stay there for a bit, see, and you're really far ahead. We're like,
yeah, she's
Oh.
she's like moving. Like she's like
And like not only that, it's kind of like darting in between, you know, like kind of like up to the wall, looking out. Okay.
Holding
Come
my
on, come
armor.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, are you doing like the I'm gonna roll out. What the
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You do this, Droopy just runs in the back of you. Sorry.
Okay. Look, just go when I go. Okay. All right. Everyone, follow me. Yeah, and I'd like to kind of like slink my way
Okay.
through the city to the Ventrium.
Okay. Yes.
Do I know, because I feel like I know the city relatively well, how far away my workshop would be from here?
Your workshop would be near to the painted district where the artisans are. It's not far from here. It's a little bit past the hourglass into more of the luxury touristy area of
Okay.
the Lost City of Nauvoo. If you wanted to suss it out.
I feel like I'll keep following for now. Because would we be going away from it if...
The
Or-
city is, there's two directions. And the hourglass sits in the middle. Because it's a massive chasm, you're at one end and you're trying to make your way down the city. Like think Broadway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One way back and forth.
So we're heading in the opposite direction.
To the Blue Syndicate. No, you're heading towards the painted district.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll keep going just for now.
Okay.
Following up, yeah.
Can I just double check. We haven't that time. We haven't had a short rest yet, have we? No, cool. Just making sure. No.
What's your name?
Aoife.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Juby.
Juby? Yes. I am not very good on the people skills. Get down. Okay.
I
Juby.
fully dropped on the floor.
You? Name?
She doesn't really. Is that okay? Manila.
Lunella? Do you not talk because of injury or is the other thing?
I've known these people for maybe a couple hours.
Okay. Correct.
You were in prison with them for like 2 weeks.
I stand by my statement.
Okay.
I'm Nethariel, by the way.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
It's like half fist shape.
I'm just scared.
Nethariel is wearing armor,
Full armor.
full armor.
Very shiny.
The shoulder pads, however, of said armor are backwards. There is a giant sun emblem on the chest plate, which is the symbol of Crestfell,
Okay.
the nation, the region south of here. And he wears an emerald half cloak that goes and tucks underneath the armor. It's very prestigious, and as Crestfellians are, incredibly pompous.
You're very overdressed for this, you know.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just for science, how do you spell Aoife?
I'm not AOIFE.
Is this in common?
Oh, that Aoife. Okay, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a weird question right now.
Oscar.
Oscar. Okay. Cool. We good?
Can I get off the ground now?
Yeah. Let's keep going. Okay. Maybe you're probably going to need to remind me of your names once we get there. Okay. Let's go. And yeah, keep hoofing it.
Yeah. There's a couple of apartments that you have.
Just like metal up
Chink,
and down.
chink, chink,
Yeah.
It's not fastened properly either. As you run, there are a couple of different apartments that the Ventrium has pre-chosen for this strike attack. You don't operate within the lost city of Nauvoo. This was a full operation that you conducted. You could take them to one of the many cleared out apartments that you use for long distance hits, or you could extend that further and get out of this city. But it depends how far you think this group can get, because outside of this city, you would end up in the desert region, in the Black Sands. But that does mean that you get to take a dune riff, which is the equivalent of a sand pirate ship, across the desert regions.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
I do have proficiency in
Vehicles?
in sand.
Ah,
Nice.
nice.
Sand
Yeah, you
pirates.
do.
Well, I mean,
Can I just ask?
They're not called sand pirates for relevancy.
I mean, I can
Storm chasers, yeah.
Can I just ask for clarifying?
Yes.
question? Are you the same race as Valentine?
Mhm.
Cool. Just make sure.
Yeah.
Just make sure I piece that together.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean we know
the
each other.
antenna, the wings, everything.
You all know each other.
Aoife
right?
has
Fuck.
Aoife
Is that
has
racist? Have I been racist?
you don't even know Valentine. Aoife has 6 wings instead of 4.
Okay.
Valentine had 2 pairs of wings, and Aoife has 3.
look, I mean, I'm looking at this gang. I think particularly you might be like quite red from running in chainmail. Is that correct? I don't know.
No.
Juby is about to fall asleep.
Yeah, look, I just feel like I'm as cool as sand pirates.
We look very malnourished.
Yeah, and like, I mean, you said the dirty thing, which is fine for, blending
I
in.
mean, you and I were in there for a while.
Yeah, I feel like they probably
Okay.
getting to the first safe place is probably
Yeah.
best.
Not a problem. In that case, you head towards one of the cleared out apartments, and you choose one of the busiest strips. The louder the area, the better for you blending in, especially with this loud and colorful group that you have found yourself with. You head up, and then you realize that you will need to take the stairs because none of these people could fly.
Oh shit. I come back down. Okay, let me see if I remember where they are.
Just gonna like run through the building, just be like,
Fuck, that's so complicated. Okay.
Eventually, around the back, you find the sort of man-built stairs into the black rock.
course, a man built these. They're shit.
Classic man-built
Classic
stairs.
man stairs.
Sorry, mortal built stairs.
No, I stand by their man built.
If they were God built, that'd be great.
Sorry.
You get up to this apartment. As described, it is a cleared out apartment. There's hardly any furniture in here and rations, weapons, things that would be used for the strike, not necessarily comfort. But you have a space where you can breathe for the first time, maybe eat some of the rations, and just make a plan, a real plan.
If you ever had a rat,
Does not exist in this world, but
have you
What's
ever
a
had
rodent.
rat equivalent?
It's like Peachy all over again.
Yeah, it's a completely homebrew world. I catch people out on this all the time.
Is there like some sort of vermin
Yeah.
that would be?
Mhm.
Is it like insectoid or is it mammalian? What's the word?
Mammalian.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there a name for it, or is it just hey? How do you like
what?
eating things that scurry on the floor for a long time?
I don't think I can process that.
I
But I'd love to watch you guys. eat.
look, while AJ's looking that up, I just completely ignore you because I feel like I see food or rations somewhere and I just book it towards that.
Yeah.
I've been in that prison
Oh,
for 3
no.
months. I'm not here for some vermin.
I'll
There's
do-
rations there.
I'll do the same.
Yeah.
I'll run over and try and like secure myself a larger portion as much as as secretly as I can.
You have two options.
Great.
There are Grompte, which are mammalian creatures that eat a lot of stuff and burrow.
Hang on, with a
Cool.
name like Grompte, maybe I'm interested.
Uh,
You're grumpy when you haven't had your grumpy.
There is also a very particular insect that exists here in the Lost City of Naboo called a luxling. They grow glowing rocks on their back, but they're the equivalent of kind of spiders that fly.
Oh no! Sorry, that was me, not the
You don't like that?
That's
For
not
player
me.
fun,
Okay.
let's say I've roasted a grumpy.
Got it. Grumpty jerky.
Yeah, grumpy jerky.
Look, I'll sniff it.
Okay.
I won't.
Is that how you people eat? Okay.
Sorry, I'm stuck on the fly.
Don't.
Moving on.
Sorry.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
The roasted Grumpty is stripped into jerky and looks like it's glazed, but that's just because of the natural fat that comes from the creature.
It's good for you.
Do you have any dappleberry?
No. I mean, I'm looking at AJ, but
Uh,
there's probably nothing fresh here.
that's okay.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
Do
fine.
you like eat? Or, like,
No, I don't. Is there any sunlight anywhere near here?
Oi, in the city?
Yeah.
At night time?
Oi, at night time?
Would the spell produce the same desired effect? Would light be sunlight?
No.
No,
It'd be
it
a
was
light
very nice
source
when you
rather
did
than
it.
the sun.
Sorry.
You know what?
That's all right.
I will find something minute. Can I find like a fork or spoon or something, like something I can just pick up and imbue it with the light, and I'll just maybe if I can like a low light and just hand it to Jim and be like, I don't know if this will help, but
It helps. Thank you very much.
of course.
It may be a bit of a placebo effect, but
it helps emotionally.
it makes you feel like you're holding a piece of sunlight.
Mm.
And it doesn't necessarily rejuvenate you or give you any energy the way that a plant needs, but you definitely feel a bit happier, and I guess that makes you think that you're photosynthesizing.
I'll hand it to him and I'll sort of close my eyes in a little brief prayer, and I'll just very simply say, like, may the natures find you in this darkened place.
I appreciate your friendship. It was nice to meet you.
You too, Juby.
Is this like a thing or?
No, we all met recently.
Oh, my shoulder! They're on the wrong way! So embarrassing.
Yeah, look, we don't have. This is it, right? This is hideout, so we have, rudimentary things. No running water, but there's rags, and we can make poor man's shower if you want to wash up. I would say if we're trying to go incognito, the more dirt, the better. But for now, this is okay place if you need to. Seems like you've been through it. So if you want to rest Now's
I'll,
time.
I'll make do. I would like to be clean, personally.
I could
Good
clean
luck.
your armor for you. I'll start playing a little like melody and magical little like whispers like flow all around your armor doing prestidigitation. Just cleaning you as I play.
That's that's magic.
Yeah. It's a very magical flute.
It's impressive. I go back into a conflicted state.
Yes. It's very interesting because Juby has just said that the piccolo is the magic.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
that's not.
Yeah.
And that's very conflicting to your religious beliefs.
Yep. I
Yeah.
know. I'll go quiet.
Okay.
Should I use that same spell and make him dirty again?
I mean, you don't need to use this spell. There's plenty
I'm
of
just
time.
gonna hug him and
Yeah.
nuzzle in.
Let it all rub off.
Lunella, are you okay? Okay. If you weren't, this is a safe space.
Like it's not actively dangerous right now. Safe enough for you to. What do you mean? Do you mean safe space in terms of like we're not going to get killed here?
Or like
Whoa.
emotionally safe space.
Both.
Don't know about that, but hey, look, for the time being, this is your place
Thank you.
until we need to move on. So rest, do whatever you need to do.
Emotionally safe space. If you wanted to talk or anything.
I feel like everyone's just like looking at
This makes her
Lunella.
so uncomfortable. She's been like in her cell for like 120 days, I think we said, around that.
Oh my
Where she's
god.
been able to just kind of hide.
And now we're all just like,
Yeah. Also, her whole world is just like crashed down there. She's not doing great. She'll probably just like give you thanks, and then she's gonna take some rations and go and sit in a corner somewhere. She's gonna try and find somewhere she can find some like level of.
There's no space
Mm.
in the.
She's
There's
gonna
no
have to
space to
face
hide
the wall.
behind because
There's no like but like
Yeah.
a corner, like any type of that looks like the light doesn't hit it as
Mm.
much, and she kind of wants to have a look at this wand as well that she
Sure.
found and
Not
the
a problem.
medallion. if
Okay.
possible.
you have the time to take a long rest if needed.
Yes.
So you spend 8 hours here for the rest of the evening until daybreak. Yes,
before I do that, did you say there were weapons here?
there are weapons here.
Is there a great axe here by any chance?
Probably not a great
There's like
axe.
good X. Sorry.
There's things that can be used in melee, and there's a lot of long range weapons, bows and arrows and such.
What kind of simple weapons would there be?
Daggers, short swords.
I'll take a short sword.
Go for it.
Because before I go to sleep, I want to infuse it
Okay.
with. I forget what it's called, but I have it written down.
More magic.
You don't see this enhanced weapon.
It's a pretty small space.
It's a small apartment that has no
Limit-
furniture to hide behind.
Yeah.
It's just an empty room.
Just you, us, and
Yes,
Grompte.
it would.
Yeah, I'm gonna infuse a short sword before I have a long rest, so I can still do it again tomorrow. 32.
Okay. So for yourself as well, in order for you to infuse, you would need the thing that you were infusing because your magic doesn't come from you.
Mm.
You're not Ethid born, but you can use magic that you collected through crystals, Austenite, or Obsidian, or soul energy, which you have canisters for. You can infuse that into the weapon and make it do what you need it to do based on your experience with that kind of thing.
I feel like, because I told myself I didn't have any weapons when I walked out, because I just left.
Mhm.
But I feel like because I was in the workshop, we would have had like, not a lot, but like a little satchel of like crystals or something, because that's what I was working on. Yeah, like a little something there, because I don't think I want to use the canister straight away, because that seems.
That one is a projectile, but you
Exactly.
would have
Don't want to use that.
no,
Stop.
but you would have either sea gem or something soul related
Mhm.
in your bag. I'll say that you have probably got 3 vials that you could use
Cool.
with soul energy, and then however many crystals you want, because the crystals won't be able to do much.
There's 3 uses of infusion.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, then I've got 2
Would I have
left.
gotten my shield with the Crestfallion?
Back
I'm not
from
gonna,
the
Yeah, I'm not going to pick up some random shield if I've got
you've got the
My-
Crestfallion shield with you.
Yeah.
Yes,
the clean one.
for now.
Sorry, did you use the soul? Is that what you did? The soul energy? Is that in the canisters or is that?
No, I'm saving that for later.
Okay,
That's
okay,
fine.
cool, cool,
That's
Yeah.
that's not a now use
That's
thing.
later.
But the ones you use for infusion, are you
The
using
vials.
the vials?
Yeah.
Yes, it is soul energy.
Oh no, but I'm not using the thing that we found.
That's not what she asked.
No.
I thought that's what you were asking.
No. So that was for earlier.
That's fair.
Yeah. You missed it? Go back and watch it. You'll see my face. Exact moment you're like, anyway.
One of the vials that he pulls out has a little fluorescent-y blue wisp within it. It is straight up soul energy.
Would I know that?
Yes, a lot of people in the lost city of Navoo use that. It's what powers the dune rifts. It's also been experimented with to build a lightning rail in Crestfell. It is not the soul gem.
No,
it's
okay.
not sea
It's not.
gem. It's still soul related. It's just not crafted. It's directly pulled from the storm that churns in Natreba, from the millions of people who were eradicated by the War of the Gods.
From in Alcibar?
Yeah, from Elzebah.
Dang.
Sorry, was I supposed to say?
No. I just love when my players pull out lore. That's what's fun for me.
I was like for a split second, then I was like, I don't know if I was meant to say that.
Long rest, please.
Just before bed, Juvie takes the delay and carves into the seat, and they just carve in, I made 4 friends today. Or like just falling asleep on the floor.
Why?
Do you carve it with words? Like, so this seed is like this. Like stick figures? You like draw them into
like
your
4 of
yeah.
them.
Okay.
Or 5, because I'm there as well,
Yeah.
holding hands.
Oh, I love that.
I'm glad you experienced this.
Yeah, this is so cute. I was in shock right now with everything, but I am just like, oh my god, that is adorable.
I mean, I don't need too long rest, and I think as
Sorry.
I
Just keep coming back.
I haven't been in a prison for this whole time, so like I'm in terms of like mechanics, I'm all G. But I think befitting her kind of more military background, Aoife will be essentially like packing up, just essentially trying to disguise any traces of people being in here, but also like sentry-wise, like, you know, occasionally looking out windows, but mainly getting everything ready to move again.
Yeah.
No downtime, as it were.
Okay. Do you contact any of your compatriots?
I probably should, but
So you would have on your person.
do I have like a
Yeah,
savings?
there is a
page?
crystal called Ossonite that exists within Aelwyn. It is the fossilized blood of a god.
Right.
It was spilt back in the War of the Gods that allows you to cast spells.
What's the Wi-Fi on that bad boy?
Long distance, long range,
Great.
like across continent long range. But it's the equivalent of a message spell.
Yeah, great. My compatriots from before,
Mhm.
I totally remember their names, but like if you want to,
Alma and Tige.
Alma and Tige. Okay. Is there one of them that would be more head honcho, or one that like is probably easier to communicate to?
Alma is straightforward.
Yep.
Tige gets spooked easily. Tige was the male who wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
Alma was hellbent on killing people the way you
Right.
do.
I'm gonna call Alma.
Okay.
Alma, this is Aoife.
Oh, thank fuck you're alive.
Yeah. No, like, no need to worry about me. So, those prisoners I was talking about, I have them.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And they legit?
Seems so. Looks like they're definitely magical,
Oh.
which is cool.
Ethid?
I think so. Look, just first meeting them and kind of getting them out. Looks like they're a bit green in terms of surviving, getting around on their own. That's cool. That's what I'm good at. So,
Yeah, collecting strays. Okay. Well,
Jesus.
You know, one day, actually, this whole thing of me actually, getting out of my bubble and convincing people to turn to our cause might actually, benefit in the long term, you know?
Yeah, I do agree with. You know that kid you found 2 months ago?
Yeah.
He's really good at stabbing. Who knew?
I knew. Well, look, hey, you when you find a kid with not too many hobbies and you give him a dagger, I say I give you the world. So I'm going to follow these people for a little bit. It seems like no matter what, something's up with them. And I think potentially they might be some powerful folks who can be, like arrow pointed towards Blue Syndicate, same as us.
Okay, well, good luck. And if you can get any names out of them, please.
Oh, sorry, you mean okay, no, you mean information,
Yeah,
espionage
every
stuff.
time we get close to Blue Syndicate, we cannot find the next lead. We need to know who the kingpins are of this thing so we can take the fuck down.
Yeah, and look, while they are prisoners, there's got to be, I feel like probably bigger reason that they were taken.
Most likely.
All right.
Keep
well,
your eye on them.
I will. You stay safe out there.
Okay.
And if not, kill a bunch of people when you go down.
Yeah, I always do. We'll meet you back at the mountains.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Sorry,
Bye.
no one ever
Hangs up.
signs off.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just always pisses me off and stuff.
They're just waiting on the other end, over and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger.
I love you.
The other team, they have Austenite crystals on bracelets that they wear.
Oh, that's so cool.
And they, for some reason, now always do hand gestures like they're hanging up or like they're dialing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not, it's just, okay.
Can I have mine almost on my collar? So
Yeah.
it's just easy to be like, hey.
I love that.
Security
It's built into your armor.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Amazing. Right.
I also very much like the use of props. He's sitting there the whole time talking.
Yes.
I'm a
That's
prop
great.
heavy performer.
Love it.
Right. Okay. And then that's how I pass the time. I'm just slowly getting ready while these
Okay.
people are resting.
Is there anything else that anyone would like to do? Aoife is keeping relative guard, so the 4 of you could get a full 8 hours. Unless anyone has any tasks they would like.
Essentially going to prioritize rest, given recent circumstances. Will try to polish and clean myself as much as possible and just eat food. I think given recent understandings, I won't necessarily invest time with these people.
Okay.
I'll just kind of stick to myself.
All right.
I mean, same, but wow.
I'm not here to make friends.
Okay.
I would like to, or Lunella would like to have a bit of a look at the wand and medallion that she found.
Okay.
But she's wrecked, so I don't know how much time she would spend on it.
Do you have an identify spell?
Yes!
Okay.
Do I have it prepared? No!
But
Maybe-
as a wizard, you can still cast it as a ritual, as long as it's in your book, I believe.
As a wizard, I can cast it as
Do you have your spell book on you?
I found a spell book. Is it my spell book?
It was
Is
not.
it in that spell book that I found?
If you want to get a full 8 hours, you'll probably have to do it tomorrow.
Oh, because you could prepare it in the
You can
morning.
You can
right?
prepare the spell in
Yeah.
the morning.
Do you know what? I'll get some sleep. I'll
Okay.
prepare it in the morning.
Okay. Sounds great.
Oh,
All right.
just came to me.
Perfect
You know,
plan.
the voice in my head, you know?
Yeah, weird.
This guy
Is that
doesn't
why
get-
he quiets all the time, your character? Because it's just voices?
Yeah, should have prepared identify.
I love it. You get some rest and you wake the next day. Actually, speaking of,
Oh,
we
I know,
can.
Wait, is that sound copyright?
It might be.
Wakey wakey.
Excellent,
Early
Becky.
the next morning, the pink and orange light of the sun seems to filter down slightly into the Lost City of Neferu. It's still above you as you're in the chasm of this city, but you see as the lights start to change from the pinks and into a soft orange and then to a light blue.
Sky, sun.
Oh, hey, Juby,
It's
this
amazing.
the thing you like.
I do like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're probably going to set foot, so if this is a thing that, you need for energy, I would say try and soak it up while you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been out in the city much, but, smog, and I assume it's is it heavy, industrial?
Not
or is it
necessarily.
more just
It's
because there's active fighting going on?
yeah, a
that
lot
it's
of the
bit
magic
much?
isn't necessarily like steam and fog.
Yeah.
It's way more magic punk.
Right.
So
Cool.
the city itself is quite clean air pollution wise. It's just that you would need to get up using the Austenite elevators to get up
Yeah.
to see direct sunlight.
Yeah. Look, sunlight is not for it's privatized. So if you can catch some while you're down, I would recommend. Does anyone look? I have rations. I have beta rolls. It's not going to be traveling, in style, but we've got enough to set foot. Nothing anyone needs.
I go and get some breakfast.
I'm gonna look down at the remains of the Grompte jerky because I assume everything else I would have like any rations superfluous I would have packed them away for the trip.
All right. Well, then I poke it. Feels fine. Peel it off and.
You've been in prison for 3 months.
But I just ate a really nice meal of ration.
Okay.
Wow, these rations are so boorish.
But because of that, I assume it does taste fine because I have been in prison
Yeah,
for a while. Yeah.
It's meat.
Yeah,
Mm.
somewhat
I'm
fresh.
sure.
Not really.
I've just realized you're Leonid and you don't eat meat.
Oh fuck!
That's okay.
So many years of my morals out the window for one Grompte.
Yeah, not necessarily morals, just your stomach doesn't process it. You're an insect.
I just do it for fun.
It's
It's party trick,
It's like your
I've-
stomach doesn't process it,
I've-
but you're gonna.
I've never met someone who's lactose intolerant who's not also like, I'll have some ice cream. So
Cheese,
yeah.
yes, please.
Yes. Truly.
So yeah, I think you eat meat.
Great, perfect. It's also I think it's also just it's the easiest thing. It's
Yeah.
the easiest commodity that can be stored for it's not like I've been living off fresh stuff. So as much as it upsets my tongue, she just kind of
Does it?
get it down.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the storm chasers is probably where I want to take
Head to?
things. Yeah.
Okay.
People, right? Is that kind of
Yeah.
the-
Well, your alternative is peddlers, which are giant birds that you could ride.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Which-
win-win.
Yeah, is that a kind of cost thing?
Both would
or-
be.
Right.
Unless you could convince one of the storm chasers to let you ride in their dune riff across the
Would
sands.
I have mine?
Your peddler? No, it was hired for you.
Or I can steal a true
I like the way you think. So, look, I'm thinking in terms of travel, probably easiest to get all of us on one boat as opposed to individually hire out, several animals.
I like the one that keeps us together.
What? Yes.
Bless your
Yes, sorry,
soul,
I
my
thought
friend.
I thought you meant there was an animal that kept you all together. I was very confused. Okay, so let's travel relatively low focus. I'm guessing you can maybe do that.
I can barely focus, so yeah, super low.
Right. Okay.
With a slight detour past my workshop.
Workshop. What do you do there?
Not work with magic.
It's
Can I?
Notice,
yeah,
how,
can I?
notice how I did that out of character
Yeah.
voice?
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm not particularly insightful, but nah, I
no, I
believe you.
got you.
I believe you.
24. 23.
I haven't even said anything yet. I just want to go past my workshop.
With a 24 and
23.
23 insight. The problem is you don't know a lot about Velocity of Naboo. You have heard of storm chasers
Mhm.
because the lightning rail was recently built in Crestfell.
Mhm.
So you know that they harness direct energy from the soul storm, which is the perpetual souls of the entire city of the great city of Elzevir that are not allowed to pass over the veil and rest as a punishment for what they did to the gods. The storm.
I would agree with this.
You would agree with this.
Sure.
The gods. That was the gods' decision.
Mhm.
So, utilizing this storm, yes, the souls can't rest. There's a moral conundrum there of whether the souls are an energy source, whether they exist as real souls, so on and so forth. But a lot of people utilize that energy. It's more modern these days to have crafts and transportation that is powered by it. So it's not bad, and it's not magic that's coming from him.
Yeah.
That's up to you. How
I
you
think
feel.
until we leave, to myself, even in my own head, I'm just gonna recite a little prayer to Muse, the god of reflection, at this time. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I
a
don't
lot to think
I
about.
don't understand a lot of things right now.
It's fair.
Your workshop, it's on this side of Nauvoo?
In the painted district.
Okay. Look, we can make that happen, but I will remind you that you were prisoners.
And they think we're dead.
So potentially any domicile of yours could be now Blue Syndicate. They could have raided, taken whatever they want, maybe set up his post.
Oh yeah, true. It has been a while, hasn't it?
Look, I'm putting that out there. How big's your workshop?
How big is my workshop?
How big do you think you got?
Acres.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to say it doesn't help for the people watching. I was going to say probably about the size of this.
Okay.
This place here. Maybe.
Like a 1-bedroom apartment style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like-
Enough room to swing a cat.
Yeah, enough room to swing a cat.
What's a cat?
exactly.
Bug it if I know.
Nice.
That's yeah, I feel like that kind
Okay.
of size. Quite small.
Yeah. Aoife
Okay.
makes a good point. You have been imprisoned for what you believe to be around 3 months, if not longer. This location could have been converted, could be trapped, could be set up to find you if you went there. You know that they were scrying on you to keep track of what you were building.
Oscar, is this important to you?
Yes, but not worth getting myself killed or captured again for.
Well, hang on here. Look, yeah, it's dangerous. If they're looking for you, then dangerous for you. They might not be looking for,
Again, they shouldn't be
Not
because they
you.
think we're dead. We're inside the prison when it was locked up and taken out.
If it's important to you, I think we should risk it.
No.
show me on the map.
Yes.
And I would like to ask, is it possible to literally kind of swing past it and kind of scout
Like a
it?
slight detour.
Yeah, kind of scout it out before we actually.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for yourself. Fly up,
Okay.
check it out.
Okay.
I would feel more comfortable with that.
Okay.
Just a little swing by.
And I'm assuming the stuff in your workshop has to do with
Yeah,
is useful.
exactly.
Great. Okay. Then that's my plan of attack.
Okay.
Right?
Not a problem. So, anything that you wanted to do the spells to...
Yeah. How long does it take? I don't know. Sorry.
10 minutes, I believe, identify?
Do we have time
Yeah,
to do that?
While they're
For-
having this
for a
whole
ritual.
conversation,
Yeah,
you can
I
do
would,
it.
yeah. If it was going to take like an hour, then I'd
No,
say
no,
leave it.
you're
If
fine.
you got time to swing by my place.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I would like to, I have to probably pick one, don't I? Because I've got the wand and the medallion and the spellbook, but I want to know about which one.
Let the dice decide.
Would I have a sense of which one would one appeal to me more? Does one feel more like?
You tell me. This is D&D. You get to choose.
Trust you guys.
Ah! All right, I'm
Trust
gonna
your
go with the wand because I want a wand.
Okay.
It makes me happy.
Wands are cool.
So, the wand is an equivalent of a sorcerer's twin spell.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
It means you can cast a spell twice using it.
That's cool.
Okay. Okay. What does it look like?
It is a twisted knot of 2 different types of wood. Sort of the same way that snakes mate. It wraps itself up, and one of the bark uses its partner to conduit the twin spell.
That's dope.
amazing.
That's so cool.
And beautiful. Nature's great.
So,
yes.
like, if I use it to
Nature.
cast a spell, it casts the same spell twice.
Yes.
Helpful
Do I need
diagram.
to like
Like a snake.
attune to it or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
You do.
And that takes longer.
You've already spent 8 hours with it, so you should be okay.
All I
ready.
got was a depressing letter.
And all I got was this dumb t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. You slink through the city, and you flitter up to the
I'd
workshop.
like to do like a little surveil.
Yes, go for
guessing
it.
that's perception.
So
Yes, please.
You're flying around. Is this going to be dangerous for you, Aoife?
Probably.
Just before you go. So just before you go, I pull off one of the flowers. I'm like,
Oh.
and I crush it up. Like, is it cool if I touch you in random places?
Nice of you to ask. Sure.
So I rub like some of the dust on the feet, on your wings, and like just like on your joints. I'm like, okay, that should help. And it's my way of doing enhanced ability. You get advantage on all your dexterity checks, including stealth, for the next hour.
Very cool. All right, that's awesome.
That's real cool.
That is amazing.
And
That was
Okay.
also the perfect way to phrase that. Can I? Do you mind if I just touch
Touch
you?
it.
Randomly.
Randomly.
Yeah. It's like being back in acting school. Cool. All right. That's going to give me advantage on dex and stealth. Great. Cool. My perception was. Where is it? That's a 15.
Okay. With a 15, you peer into the darkened windows of the location known as Oscar's workshop. And as you look in, it is eerily quiet. You can slowly open the window. It is open.
Too quiet.
And as you sort of flitter in, you spot a few different things that could be of use to you.
Cool. Steal shit from your place.
So, not only is this a workshop for an artificer, something that's very common here in the Lost City of Nibiru, but there are canisters, and I mean large ones, of soul energy that you could trade to a storm chaser.
Shit.
I also probably should have told you what to look for.
Well, I think the idea is
Oh,
that
you're casing it
I'm
out
kind of
first. Yeah,
scouting
okay.
it out.
That's
That is very helpful to know. So these canisters, how big are they?
So, one canister is probably the length of this
Okay.
DM screen and width. Like, think scuba diving.
Right, and like similar in terms of like weight.
Mhm.
Okay, and there's how many?
3.
Cool. What else do I kind of see in here?
Everything else seems to be equipment to build things. Anything that was built has been taken.
Great. Yeah.
There are a lot of notes and scratchings and paperwork. If you wanted to have a look over that.
Yeah, looks sauce, dude.
Dear diary.
I just kind of, because again, I'm trying to like get the feel of
These
these
people.
fellows. I
Sure.
just kind of like want to like sift through the notes and see if there's any, insignia or any kind of like things that would mean that these people are particularly important.
Like you said, they're all dear diaries.
Yes, dear diary. Today they gave me a funny look.
Roll me an Arcana check.
When will my beard come in? All the boys are making fun of me. 20. That is a dirty 20. As
Okay.
they say in the
Maybe my
bits.
day to the prom.
Yes, no, maybe. Beautiful.
Directly from the Blue Syndicate.
What a sad man.
You, with a dirty 20,
Dirty 20.
you notice a couple of the scribblings. And you know that whatever Oscar has been working on is well advanced past what you understand of soul energy and technology that is utilized here in the Lost City of Naboo. It lends itself to the idea that he might have built something for the Blue Syndicate.
Cool. If there's any like blueprints,
Anything that would be real evidence,
Yeah.
i.e. the things that were made, and notes from the Blue Syndicate or blueprints would have been cleared out.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
Strategically.
It's more just for up here as
Yeah.
opposed to any like thing that will actually be useful to me.
Mm.
Is it possible to pick up like these 3 canisters and fly out? Probably not. That would be
How
quite heavy.
strong are you?
Yeah, look, I've got I'm like 15 in strength.
Okay, you could probably take 2.
Yeah. I'll take 2 out and I'll get back to these
Okay.
people.
As
And
you
I'll-
go
yeah.
to reach for the
Ah,
canisters,
fuck. That'll do it. I should have done like sledding.
the weirdest sensation comes over you. In the way that an Embian frog sort of snaps its tongue out, a mechanical tongue swats your hand.
Ah, fuck.
And you look to the side where it came from, and a small little mechanical creature just pops out, winks at you.
Oh my god.
And then again, you realize it's a glitch. It's not a personality trait.
Yeah. If I step back
It steps forward.
and like moving side to side, it's following me.
It starts doing a little crab dance.
Is there any way, like, I guess this, what would this be like, investigation or insight? But like, can I get a read on this thing?
Insight.
Insight? Okay. That is a 12. It's just a weird ass thing, huh?
It seems domesticated.
Yeah.
You could ask Oscar.
Yeah, like what happens if I fly back out? Is it coming with?
Seems like it is looking directly at you.
Okay. I would like to try and fly back out to
Okay.
reroute, and I'll just see what it.
Do you turn
does.
around?
Nah.
Keeping up with that.
I'm essentially gonna be like you said, scuba diving, but like get to the window and then like fall
You just
back
like
out.
parachute out of
Yeah,
the window.
just my wings like almost like gliding, but like backwards.
You see immediately as this scuttly creature sort of follows
The
you.
fuck?
You watch as the small legs, because it's sitting on a bench, as it starts to follow you, 2 of the legs descend down to the floor, and then it sort of lowers itself and follows across the ground.
Yeah, look,
You jump out of the window. It jumps out of the window.
and it's no damage to it. It just
It's falling from the sky now. Oscar, you look up.
Yeah, it's the first time you see me grunt with a smile. And then that smile immediately turns into a, oh, shit. Thankfully, one of my prepared spells is it featherfall?
shit. Now I feel
Yeah.
terrible. I'm gonna kill your pet.
So
No, you're not.
I'm just gonna wait until he gets within. I'm gonna like obviously run towards the falling thing, and then as soon as he gets within, is it 5 feet? Cast it. So
Okay.
that's one of my spells, but
Okay. Not a problem.
we're here for it.
As your small automaton creature plummets down from the window, you then reach out and cast Featherfall, and you watch it sort of jellyfish itself and then float into your hands. And it looks up and winks at you.
And I wink back.
That's one of yours?
You know what? You see me grunt a second time with a smile
Okay.
as he scurries up onto my shoulder.
What is your creation called?
Zolo.
Zolo. Zolo scuttles up and sort of affixes himself or themself around your collar, and you watch as he sort of flattens into the coat of Oscar.
Oh, thank God.
It's very
I really thought that was some sort of, I don't know, threat, essentially. But it's,
well.
he's
It
yours.
is a trap as well.
Oh, okay, but yours.
This is Zolo.
Zolo. I think Zolo's been keeping your canisters of energy safe.
Yeah, it was.
That could be our ticket to.
Oh, there's some still there.
Yes. Like I said, I think he was doing a good job. That could be our ticket to getting on a storm chaser, if you don't mind parting with some.
God.
Okay. Well, it looks like our places. They've definitely been there, but it looks like everything else has been cleared out. But it's your place, you know. There might be something sentimental if you want to get in and have a look.
Absolutely.
Okay. Does anyone else go up with Oscar, or do you leave him to search his place?
Do you want
Okay.
us to come with?
Well, I might need someone to help carry the things down because I've got a strength of 14.
That's pretty good.
I'll come with you. I'm very
Um,
strong. The twig like arms.
Um, yes.
I'll keep watch.
You came in through the window. I feel like we should be careful still. Going up the stairs and check for things along the way.
Well, I can open door for you. That way, if there's any surprises, you know.
You check for traps on it from the inside. We'll come in from that side.
Okay. We'll meet at the front door.
Okay,
I'll,
you fly out.
Put my hand on Jibby's arm as he did, and I'll say, "Be safe, guidance."
Thank you, friend.
Feel a warming presence
Mhm.
from that.
I love that you say your spell.
I definitely didn't. But didn't bother with a prayer for that one.
Actually, as well, just before we walk inside the door,
Mhm.
I turn around.
You can go if you want.
I'm not pressuring you. I just want to know if staying. Go.
I'm gonna stay.
2 out, 2 in.
I'm also gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
Before I forget.
Not a problem. You head on up.
Yep.
You open the door for them.
Yep.
You check. There are no traps. It is cleaned out.
Yes.
The only thing of importance in this room is those 3 canisters that Zolom, as Aoife has said, must have been protecting. You also see the removal of all the scrying eyes that were in this location as well.
Cool. That's good.
So any evidence of the Blue Syndicate has been removed from this room.
I love what you've done with the place.
Just how I left it. No. Well, yeah. I mean, there's no point looking for anything because it's empty.
Anything that would have been of import has been taken.
Yeah. Well. Not
Oh.
anything.
He scratches you.
Yeah. Well, then let's just grab the. Let's grab them one each and
Okay.
have an out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I got it.
Strength check.
Okay.
You actually.
Sorry.
At disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Oh,
Uh,
Oh,
3 minus 1 is 2. Boo! Oh,
Oh,
ow!
okay.
It's on me.
yes. Wonderful.
Thank you.
It's alright. You know what? Yeah, I can take 2.
You had guidance.
That's why it was a 2 instead of a 1.
Okay.
You have soul energy canisters.
Cool.
Enough to bargain with to potentially get a ride on a dune riff with one of the storm chasing crews, or to have a small vehicle of your own. Riskier, but if this gentleman has the ability to,
Sand pirate.
if he is proficient with sand vehicles, then that might be beneficial to you.
Cool. I'm guessing either way we have to get to a port
Yes.
where all the
Yeah.
vehicles are at.
Once you get past the Painted District, you can head into the Gears and Turns.
Yep.
There are several pulley elevators up and down out of the city. And you make your way up one of those, and you watch as this rises to the top. Nothing but black sands face you. The sun beating down. You finally feel real sunlight.
It's so nice.
It is.
And you can see almost the little petals on Juby's neck, the ones that grow out of their being. They are wilted, but they seem to sort of open slightly, and you can see the bright red color within the petals. You feel the way a extremely dehydrated person does when you just drink a bottle of water. You just immediately feel refreshed. And out of one of these pulley elevators, you see the equivalent of a dockyard of dune riffs. There are also a handful of skimmers, 1 to 2 person crafts. The dune riffs, larger vessels that can travel across the desert sands, affixed with Obsidian black crystals along the side that power the soul energy. You see a lot of interesting figures out here. How well do you think you know people of this city?
Look, I've been kind of like moving in about as a kind of like, you know, urchin / ex-soldier. I think I would like have a pretty good street smarts.
Okay.
But knowing that I'm a Leonid obviously means that part of that street smarts means staying the fuck away from people, mostly. You know what I mean?
Unless you're in the forests of Caldera and Kylandri, a little risky.
Yeah, like I would say my knowledge extends to observing people and staying out of their way.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you kind of see Aoife essentially like head down more and just her eyes kind of like darting side to side, knowing that this is much, 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 much riskier than her flinging herself about the city, just being like, you know, willy-nilly with the longbow. This requires like people smarts.
It does
She
indeed.
ain't got, so.
Roll me a perception check whilst you're up here. Oscar, there would be several people up here that would recognize you if you were to openly walk out into this station.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
There'd be a few of the Storm Chaser teams or crews that you might have pissed off back in the day.
Yeah.
When you sort of abandoned being a mechanic for some of the Storm Chasers.
Yeah, do I have any kind of hood or
No, but you could ask Zolo
to be my hood?
to camouflage you in
You
some
could
way.
ask any of us to be your hood. Just someone draped over the top.
You guys want to be my hood, please?
Yes.
Of course, why would I get anything less?
That was a 7 BT dubs.
Okay.
So I'm guessing I don't see shit.
You don't see Juby like waving to everyone.
You don't see shit, but someone sees you.
Cool.
With that roll, immediately you see this portly gentleman sort of step into your personal space. Aoife.
What's
This
Aoife with
is-
you?
This
Wow.
is,
Wow.
you recognize the voice and the shoes before you recognize the face. This is Clive. He is a disgusting man
Right.
that lives in this city. His shoes are a red ruby color, and people claim that it's because of all the people he kills unnecessarily,
Right, yeah.
so that he can get more soul energy than any of the other crews.
Aoife just kind of like surreptitiously lowers the canister.
Mhm.
Clive, to what do I owe the honor?
What are you doing in my neck of the woods, little one?
Trying to get the fuck out.
Interesting crew.
You know how it is. Just pick them up. They need escorting. You know, have military background. I figure, hey, why not use my skills? So yes, I am in their employ.
The four of you notice how beady and black this daemon's eyes are as he scans you all up and down and sort of scratches his rotund belly. Yeah, okay. So you're not here for business?
No. Like, their business is their business. I'm just hired. I mean, like, and you see, like, you know, it's already hot. Much more, like, it's much hotter out here as opposed to, like, down in the depths of the city. But, like, from being much more, like, in her element, like, Eva's really kind of just shrunk into herself, and it's just, like, probably the most scared that you've actually seen
Do
her.
I notice this? So this person's making her upset, and some people are nasty.
Is this when Juby learns that some people are not nice?
I'm like,
He's
Aoife, stop wasting time. I heard Naboo was exciting. It is boring. No fight is here. Even compare. Get me somewhere else.
It's pretty fucking good.
Deception? No.
Yeah, go for it.
I love this angle, by the way.
Plus 822.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a little wing.
All right. Always love when a DM has that face.
I didn't know they could do that.
This gentleman hadn't been looking at you, Juby,
Good now.
Yeah.
but now he gazes up at you,
Oh, fuck.
and then down at the flowers on your neck, and then to each of you.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, okay. Pleasant day, Aoife. The next time you're back in my neck of the woods, make sure you bring the money you owe me.
Of course. Why do you think I'm out working now?
He begins to walk away, and the crunch of the sand from the weight of this man is the sound that sort of pierces all of your ears, knowing how close that was to being problematic for the five of you.
Juby doesn't realize that at all.
Nope.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think, if it just, like, surreptitiously gives, like, a little pat, let's
find the way out.
yeah.
And immediately after that, I do get Zolo up to try and cover me up a little bit.
How do you command Solo?
Kind of like sign language.
Okay.
Because I don't think it can like understand. I can hear but not understand human words. Kind of like, you know, a little bit of a tap and spread out cover there.
Zolo immediately sort of scuttles up your neck and starts forming into a metallic helmet around you that connects to the goggles.
Oof. Yeah, I'm wearing goggles. That's right. Thanks, DM.
You are very welcome.
That was cool.
Yep.
Okay, let's just move.
Okay. You spot a couple of smaller crafts that are out of this busy strip of the station, away from the more prestigious Storm Chaser crews. Storm Chasers have code that they live by. Some of them often do not.
Cool. Let's look for them because we're looking for used.
Yeah.
We're looking for
You exit the new car section into the used cars. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah.
For sure. And you
Looking
make your
for
way
the guy wearing,
towards
like, 3 ties.
the smaller crafts that seem to look more like canoes that have rocks attached to them with little sails and all sorts of mismatched parts of people experimenting with different shapes of dune rifts to work here on the deserts. Ones that aren't funded for collecting of soul energy.
I'm just looking at the good one, and then I'm like,
Oh, if you want to deal with the cream of the crop, you realize that those people probably don't want to deal with us.
I'm exceptionally good at talking to people.
They might want to deal
I
with
flash back to how I ended up in prison. Never mind, this is fine.
If you want, I can go ask them.
Oh, look.
Before.
I mean, you do seem pretty good at,
Very impressive.
talking to people.
Thank you.
It's more just as a group. Look, these people are not nice people. They'll try and fleece you, okay?
Well, I don't have any wool, so it's okay.
This is kind of the thing I'm worried about.
A little different.
Yes.
Although that was very smooth before.
Thank you.
Did you make this? Did you make that?
Yeah.
Maybe he can help them with their. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Which is what I was going to say.
Okay.
Which is good. So good segue.
Yeah.
Good segue. Let's do that again.
There we
There
go.
we go. Yeah, fantastic segue. Because as we're walking along, I want to try and like look at some, see if I can see. Because I know like if they're all misfits, some I'm gonna look at and be like, no, not that one.
Yeah.
But try and look for one that's like, the good old like cheap but works kind of buffer. Not up here, but like obviously right down
Toyota
there.
Corolla.
You need one that's gonna
Does the job.
Yeah, you need one that's going to fit a 5-person crew. If not 6, if you want to hire someone to help fare this vehicle across the sands. You find one that sort of looks like if the Pirates of the Caribbean had a baby with Mad Max.
Joe.
Nice. On board.
Cool for the fan art.
This hunk of metal seems like it's going to be too heavy for the sand, and yet you can see the way the mechanics are built on the underside with sort of these sleek sled-like qualities to them, and the obsidian gemstone sort of built into the back. The front is painted in white paint to look scary and impressive, or to stand out in the night when you're traveling Black Sands.
I noticed Oscar looking at it. I'm like, yeah, that incredibly amazing thing over there, I bet it'd be even more incredible and amazing if you made it. And you get inspiration.
Oh. I thought he was just playing with you. I was like,
D&D is for
I-
flirting.
I'm a non-horny bar.
but with all these ships.
Stop it.
The relationships.
I mean, I feel like my reaction still stays the same, where I'd be like, thanks. I do feel like a nice little bloke, but I'm still like, I don't know how to react to this. No one's done that in a long time.
It means you get to add a d6 to any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll in the next 10 minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go buy something then.
You think this is good or workable and probably very affordable?
I think it is workable. Let's go find out if it's affordable.
Someone nearby to...
Yeah, you see as you start approaching this vehicle, a very flamboyant individual sort of pop up behind it. Almost as if they sort of hand wave some glitter. That kind of behavior
Amazing.
manifested as a person. You see this wildly curly-haired mop of a human, and I do mean human, which is rare in this world. Rounded ears. Yeah. Bizarre. And they step forward towards you. Oh, hello. Would you like to invest in the craft?
You said you're good at talking to people. Do you want to handle
Hello,
this one?
yes, we'd be very interested in your
Yes.
fine craftsmanship.
Yes.
Yeah, so is it for sale?
Yes.
Fantastic.
How much?
Isn't you?
I plonk one of those, one of the canisters in front of me.
We have one of these if you'd like to trade.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus
Yeah, I'll take it.
Whoa. Actually, before you do that, like I did notice the obsidian gems on the side look a bit wonky, the sleds aren't
Oh,
quite
no.
I don't think a whole
no.
one is I don't think a whole one is quite necessary.
Why did you look
Get it together, man.
As my compatriot here says, that there are slight potential problems with the
No.
build.
I did it all myself.
Which is very, very
Which-
impressive.
So,
This is the
Are you-
most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
thank you.
Here.
Are you saying that there's a problem with it? Do you want it? Do you not want it?
I don't.
Well, we haven't taken it for a test run yet. We don't know if there's a problem.
I can throw in a matching skimmer.
Done.
I don't have one, but I
Done.
can
Deal.
make it.
Yes.
Okay.
In exchange for one of the canisters.
Great.
It's way out of here. Deal.
Does anyone know how to drive?
That's a very good question. What would be the
Adorable
drive?
NPC. Do you want to come with us? Does anyone know how to drive?
What would be the
Let's-
skill?
Let's we'll take the skimmer. We'll wait here for you to. She said she was gonna get a skimmer.
I'd have to build it, but it would take a few days. But I could do it,
Oh.
and I could match it with the paint that comes from.
We don't really.
No, I
have-
don't.
we
I don't want to
really-
stay with the paint. Comes
We don't
from.
really have a few days, unfortunately.
Oh, you want to leave like now?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 canisters.
Where does the paint
Well, we
start?
only have the one. Why are you looking at me like that?
Fuck. Okay, I'll take one.
Deal.
One, and you wanna help?
Jesus Christ.
Captain it for us. I don't know if that's a good shot or a bad shot. I can't tell.
I roll.
Sorry,
Are you okay?
I roll medicine.
I saw the gods.
Oh,
I could do it. I could captain.
Fantastic.
Do you want me to captain? Do you-
We
Sorry.
would be.
Would you like me to be your captain?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Can
I
I?
read that in a story.
I've read it as well. It's good.
Can I roll my amazing insight, I guess, which is not that amazing, to see if I can, by the look of her, the cut of her jib, to see if she is has been like a captain for. I should have rolled this before I asked her.
You think she's been the captain before?
That's
Based
what I'm-
on this
That's what I'm rolling for.
excitement.
Let's find out.
I think
Okay.
I think she's frozen again.
Yes.
Ah! Ow!
Are you okay?
If it's a way out, I say we
That is a 7.
Best Captain you've ever seen.
You get the impression that this is her greatest passion. And if that doesn't scream that she knows how to drive this thing, I don't know what does.
Can I roll insight? Am I here?
You can roll inside.
Yeah, you're here.
It's not much better, mate. It's a 10.
You think she can drive it?
It's not the.
She can
Do you
drive
mind-
it.
Do you mind if we just quickly, just to confirm this this
The
deal?
sale and everything.
I say,
A mutiny already.
no,
Yes.
no, not at all, not at all. I say we get out of here. It's a good deal. Let's take it. Let's go.
And she can drive it. I rolled 21 on my deception check.
To deceive Nathariel?
Because this captain wants it so much.
That's very sweet. So yeah.
She, look, she clearly can drive it. She knows what she's doing.
I just want you to know that I know how this kind of stuff works. I just haven't been a captain or in charge of it myself.
Obviously, things that we are doing not strictly legal. I mean, this looks like someone who's so desperate to get out on the sands that she doesn't really care that much. But I'm just saying this is a situation that is potentially dangerous.
What is not legal? What do you mean?
Don't worry
Well,
about
like I kill people all the
it.
time.
I said don't worry.
But bad people, so that makes it good.
Good.
Yeah, look, they would say that I'm the bad guy, even though.
That's wonderful information. Thank you so much.
Well, you know, like I am lenient, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm very much in the position of staying alive.
As am I. So
Yeah.
I would like to leave, regardless of your hobby of
Hobby.
murder.
Well, yeah, right. Okay, I see that you have the exceptional privilege of not having to fight for your own life, and that's great for you. It's hard for some of us. I'm just saying the situations we may get in are dangerous. If you would like to bring this person in,
It's
so
an
be
extra
it.
person, right?
It's also extra blood on hands.
Well,
We should let them know, and then they can decide.
I will ensure that we all get out of this situation unharmed.
I'll take your word for it.
Big
That can be cool.
words, very big words.
And also, before we join that conversation, where are the other 2 canisters?
Yeah,
You are
I.
holding them.
That's like I have.
We only have one.
Where they have one, there's 3 in sight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just curious about that one.
Well, okay. Are you bringing that up?
No, I just wanted to know where they are right now to see if I can do something about.
I said what I said. Didn't go out of my way to make
Okay.
anyone hide them, but I said
Alright.
what I said.
I could try and.
It's amazing.
She rolled very low, just saying.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just get on.
You
the boat.
gaslit her with that.
We just get in the boat and just plonk him down
Yeah.
behind her, and she's like,
Yeah. Right.
So in the meantime of your conversation,
Yeah.
what do you ask this woman or talk to her about?
I just went, what is your name?
Me? Oh, no one's asked me that for a really long time. So, sometimes I go by Anko,
Anko?
and other times, Benefi.
Benefi?
Yeah.
Do you... What one is now? Do you prefer one?
No, they're both me,
Okay.
technically.
Anko
Yeah,
or Benefi?
Yeah.
Lovely names.
thank you.
she's got the crazy eyes
Some
out.
paint. Where you get your paint from?
Oh no, we can't tell you that
Cool.
Okay.
unless you want to buy paint off of us. No?
Well,
Yes?
I mean, we're buying a whole. Technically, we are buying the paint. Did you use that paint to paint
Yes.
this?
Yes.
So we're buying the paint that's already on it.
True.
So
True.
we are
Yes.
buying
Yes.
paint.
Yes. Yes.
It's lovely.
Right. It is. It's bright, isn't it?
So
Sparkly,
yeah,
like bones.
yeah. Yeah, you know, is that what you were going for? Because that's what I thought when I looked at it. It looks like sparkly like bones.
Let's just see where this goes, folks. Let's just see how this plays
We don't
out.
have another episode. This is it. This is the end game right here.
Yes. Yes. That's what I was going for. Bones. Not that it was made of bones.
So where did the paint come from?
Bones. Or if you don't like that answer,
Bones.
stones.
I just thought maybe you were meant like the location, like it came from another city. But you're
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
okay. Do you?
So we're getting the boat.
Yes.
We're getting the boat. Let's go get the boat.
I think you're lovely.
Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right.
Traveling with us might not be. This could be a little bit dangerous. Is that? It's an adventure.
I can live a little bit longer. This is good.
I've been on many adventures.
Are you okay with?
Death, yes.
But you're. If something happens
My
to you,
death.
Yes.
Right.
I mean the bones, but I guess the everything was okay. But you should probably know what you're in, maybe, for. I mean, we don't really know what any of us are in for, but
Do any of us really know what we're in for?
that kind of hurts her a little bit, knowing what just happened.
Yes. Have you ever been out in the sands?
Have I?
Not that you remember. You would have been quite young when you travelled to the Lost City. You've been here ever since you were 10 or 12?
Yeah.
when you were that age? Have you ever heard the sounds of the storm? The endless screams into the night. A million souls screaming into the wind.
What are you talking about? How's
The soul storm. Yes.
I've heard it
Have you ever seen it? The storm itself?
once. Have you?
I've been in it. So, who's ready?
We are Captain.
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 Yes. It's
That's
been a
also
long
the most
time,
she's had a conversation
okay.
with anyone.
That was like a perfect, like, you're in just the right spot for you to turn into like that old fisherman that sits on the end of the wharf and is like, "Arr, be careful of the storm that comes through. Arr."
Yeah, pulling like a quinch from the doors, just like big black
So-
eyes.
Pleasure to meet you. Hi.
I just wanna
Where
roll
are we
something. I
heading?
wanna roll this.
So just, what was your name?
Oh, well, sometimes I go by Anko, and other times Benefi.
Captain Anko Benefoy. It's a pleasure. I'm Juby.
Juby. Okay.
Is there like a kind of main location in terms of like,
The Venturium?
yeah, or is it kind of scattered?
It's all over the place,
Yeah.
but if you wanted to head towards the mountains, basically you're heading inland.
Okay.
So if you check out the map behind you, if you head from the lost city of the Nauvoo towards the stronghold,
Oh my god, can I read?
so you're sort of heading towards the mountains there.
Okay.
If you, as soon as you get out of the desert region, you can let this human go on her merry way. You would know your way from the mountains.
Near stronghold.
Ooh, fancy. Okay. Well, ready?
If we're going to together, could I be assistant to the captain?
Of course.
Damn it, I wanted to roll the inspiration dice on something. Roll it. It only goes for 10 minutes. Roll it.
Would you like to pilot it?
If you roll a one.
Yes.
Then step up.
I step up.
You climb up the sort of the deck of this craft as Anko Benefi starts pulling the sails that sort of fill with air, and you stand at the helm of this craft. It's not a wheel like a ship. It sort of rotates under, like kind of joystick-esque, and at the top it has little clicky buttons that you have no idea what they do.
Can I roll for investigation, maybe to like see where they like lead to?
Sure.
Or like,
Either investigation or arcana.
I think they're both +4.
Okay.
Yes. I'm
my
gonna
God.
use my inspiration die.
Rolling at 20 though.
13 +4 is 17. +4 is 21.
Okay.
Thanks for the inspiration, buddy.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to go to waste.
you observe this craft, the way it is built, and these clickies. And you put two and two together that if you press down on it, sort of like acceleration on one side of the craft from the soul canister energies powering through the obsidian crystals, and the other one on the other side.
So basically, I can hit the nos.
So, no. So you would need to pilot and manage acceleration.
Oh, I'm glad I worked that out before then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Immediately chuck us into reverse. My god, she's got a Nintendo Switch.
So this is steering, this is accelerant.
Okay.
It's got a bit of a kickback when you press them the first time, okay? So keep your eyes on the sands.
Then when we go around, make sure I gradually, like you got like touchy breaks,
Ease into it?
gradually push it down.
Okay. As soon as you do, the Ascidian crystals spark to life. You feel the craft itself almost vibrating. The sands beneath the craft itself start to hover slightly around it. The Ascidian conducts soul energy, and the two work in perpetuity to power these vehicles. But soul energy is temperamental unless focused and harnessed properly. And this craft, well built, seems on the experimental side than on the solid mathematician side that would have been making something really clean. But you see the magic of the soul energy fill into the sands, and you lift slightly off the ground. You begin to take off as soon as you have a clear runway, per se, and you immediately hear a sound behind you. The same spark up. Aoife, you look behind you, and you see Clive's ship. They are tailing you. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
GG.
Thank you so much for joining us for episode 4 of season 3 of the Chronicles of Aelwyn. This has been truly incredible, but not the end to these characters' stories. We will see these characters next week for episode 5. Thanks again to the Ravensrich Emporium for sponsoring this show and bringing us these shiny, perfect little dice. We love them.
Pretty.
Nice and shiny.
We will see you next Tuesday.
Bye.